It's Birdman for Birdman on the Mountain. Time for another community shout here in the Birdman Media Studios. This morning, I'm starting out with Mr. Tony Alba. Now, you've always been with First Things First when we've been talking to you, but now you're with the Town of
With the
Pinetop-Lakeside.
Town of Pinetop-Lakeside. Very fortunate. I loved my work at First Things First, but this opportunity presented itself, and I couldn't turn it down.
Very cool. So the position you took over is
Community Services Manager. So I am focused on tourism promotion, economic development, identifying and attracting new events, community relations,
all the fun
whatever
stuff.
else they tell me to do.
So what they did was they took Matthew, who was
Right.
here, went and took a job as a town manager.
Yeah, he's city manager down in
Or city
Wachuca
manager,
City.
that's right.
Yeah.
And they hired in Milena, who took over the community events and
Yeah,
activities.
she's
kind
doing
of
the events
Parks
and
and Rec
Parks
stuff.
and Rec. Yeah.
Right, and then you took the other half of it. So you split it back out. They
Yeah, and there's a
combined
lot of
those.
overlap. Melena is great.
Oh, yeah.
She's fabulous, and we're working together very well. So there's a lot of overlap. We're having a good time.
Very cool. Okay, so you're here to talk to me about actually an event, aren't you?
An event, the Tillman
cool.
Honor Run, and this was actually something that I was working on even before I joined the Town of Pinetop-Lakeside. My background, I used to work for the Pat Tillman Foundation, and many people are probably familiar with Pat's Run,
Right.
which will be coming up for the 14th year on April 21st in Tempe. It all benefits the Pat Tillman Foundation and Tillman military scholars and their spouses. So it funds, all the money raised funds scholarships to help them advance their education. So throughout the country, there are 36 what we call Tillman Honor Runs, people who would love to go to Tempe
Right.
to participate in Pat's Run, but they just can't. It's too far away, or they're busy, or what have you. So throughout the country, they do, the Pat Tillman Foundation and the ASU Alumni Association does Tillman Honor Runs. And the intent is to run it on the same day as Pat's Run, and it's 4.2 miles, just like Pat's Run. But here, there's no reason that I can't. In fact, I will. I'll do the Tillman Honor Run and then go do Pat's Run. So we do ours the week before. So the Tillman Honor Run up here in Pinetop-Lakeside, it's the first time we're doing it, will take place on Saturday, April 14th,
Very
a
good.
week before Pat's Run.
So let's drill down some of the significances here.
You
So
bet.
4.2 miles because his number was
42 at
42.
ASU, and at the Cardinals he was 40, but
Right.
it was started by ASU.
And that's one thing people kind of don't understand because like, well, he's 40 to Cardinals. Pat was a great Patriot.
Yes,
He
he
had
was.
a NFL contract,
Mm-hmm.
and he actually stepped away from that to go back into
Right.
the Army to fight after 9/11. So
Exactly. And Pat, his mindset was, I haven't done anything really. Look at all these people that are out there doing something bigger than themselves. Yeah, I've done a lot on the football field, but in the grand scheme of things, I've done nothing. And that's why he walked away from a big NFL contract to go fight for his country and eventually gave up his life.
yeah, cool. Okay, so details on how people, if they want to participate, what do they need to do?
Well, by March 31st, that's our cutoff
Okay.
deadline, 2 weeks before the event. You go to patsrun.com, and down at the bottom of the page, you'll see honor runs, a list of honor runs. You can just click on that. And I'm sure you're also going to put the direct sign up at the bottom of the page here. We're going to do it on April 14th, starting at 9 o'clock is when registration will start, or check-in will start. We're going to start the event at 9:42 because we think that's appropriate. We'll have an honor guard out there. We'll have an official starter. I believe Mayor Stephanie Irwin is going to be our official starter. It'll be a 4.2-mile race. The event in Tempe, Pat's Run, ends on the 42-yard line of Sun Devil Stadium. Well, we don't have Sun Devil Stadium here. We don't have a 42-yard line at Mountain Meadow Park, but we are going to create a fake 42-yard line that will serve as our finish line.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, it'll
Awesome.
be good. So we're looking forward to it. We've already got people signed up from Queen Creek and Globe and Tucson. So this, for a first-time event, we're hoping to get 50 to 100 people, and I think we will. We're just getting started. The very first year, the very first Tillman Honor Run, I think they had 10 people, and I don't even know where it was. So there's room for growth. The community is getting behind it, and we're excited about honoring the Tillman legacy and supporting Tillman military scholars.
So talk to me a little bit about the where does the
Mhm.
money go? So the money for this, where does it go and what does it help drive?
It goes to the Pat Tillman Foundation, which is now headquartered in Chicago, which is where um, Pat's widow, Marie, now lives. She's remarried and started a family back there and doing great. So they're headquartered in Chicago, but the Pat's Run headquarters is still in Tempe. All the money raised, every dime of it, goes to fund scholarships for military veterans and their spouses. So you must be a veteran or an active duty military member or a spouse of, and you can apply for a scholarship. And there are some criteria that you must meet. For example, you must be involved in the community. Service back to the community is a huge part of the Tillman Military Scholar Program. So it's a great program. I used to work for the foundation. We've got doctors and lawyers and business owners and philanthropists who were able to go to college simply because they had support from the Tillman Scholarship Fund.
That's rather phenomenal.
It
Cool.
is.
Okay, anything else you want to talk about today?
It is. It's an exciting time. We are looking forward to this great event and to honoring the legacy of Pat Tillman. And personally, I'm looking forward to bringing more events like this that will attract people from throughout the state and from throughout the region to the mountain, because this is a great community and we're here to support it.
Yeah, it is. And running, it has nothing to do with snow. It isn't all about snow.
It
So
isn't all about
we
snow.
we actually have a great place to have fun, hike, enjoy, and hang out in without even the snow.
Without the snow. And the snow obviously helps,
Sure does.
but we can't control that. But there's more to come. We've been working very hard to talk to the business leaders and to identify opportunities um, to bring people here that is not dependent on the snow. So the snow certainly helps, but there's more to come. We're excited about working together and creating a great future.
Very cool. Hey, thank you, Tony, for your time today. Really
Thank you,
appreciate it.
Rob.
Not sure if I got somebody else coming, but we'll see. Hey, one thing I want to remind everybody to do is go down below and subscribe and share. Make sure you're sharing this out on your personal feed and any other feeds you got too. Share it into groups. It's all about the community, all about the White Mountains, Sholo, Pinetop-Lakeside, Snowflake, everything else around up here. If you've got something you want to talk about, come on in. It's 10 a.m. on Tuesdays. You just stop in and shout out about what you talk about. I'm Birdman, reminding you that if I don't see you around town, I'll catch you right here on the web.